Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Welcome to the show, podcast video. Today we're going to talk about how can geofencing impact the growth of your business in 2019, and what are the effective strategies to effectively get your message in front of the right person at the right time. So I had this idea last night. I was going through Facebook and looking at some, just seeing what was going on, what my friends and family were up to. And I noticed there was a couple of local businesses in my area that, I like their page. And so, I see their content from time to time in my feed. But I noticed that it made me think about, if you're a locally owned business and you have a brick and mortar location in a highly trafficked area, are you leveraging the digital exposure of your footprint, your physical footprint, to be able to make sure that you are messaging people who drive by, walk by your location every day? Because you are on their route. And that's where geofencing really comes into play. So if you're not familiar with geofencing, it's basically the technology of GPS as well as a device that is in all mobile devices, all your phones, tablets. And what it does is it allows you to access all kinds of information. You've got all kinds of apps. When you do a search, gas station near me, pizza near me, etc. It uses the location of your device to make recommendations. So on the flip side of that, you can also leverage that technology by geofencing. And through that, you literally place a pin in a location and draw a circle, let's say a 1 mile radius around that location. And then you're able to serve various ads to folks that would either stop in or pass through that 1 mile radius bubble. Now, you can imagine if you were an athletic apparel company and you wanted to get your message in front of people who were fans, sports fans, it might be a great idea for you to do geofencing, around your own location, but also you might want to drop a pin on various sporting venues in the town that you live in, whether that be bowling alley, or whether it's a stadium, or tennis courts, basketball courts, anything related to where people would go who would wear your apparel. That would be really smart. And then you could serve those ads to them visually on a various platform. I think Facebook is one of the most undervalued platforms right now. Obviously, you could deploy the same technology in geofencing through Google AdWords. You could also do it in Snapchat. So there's several, Instagram as well, of course. So there's a lot of different platforms you could do. But what about what about if you're an attorney? Maybe you want to drop a pin on the jail. Maybe you want to drop a pin on a hospital. Maybe you want to drop a pin on the courthouse. All kinds of different things. What if you're a restaurant owner? You might want to drop a pin on a competing restaurant. Or think about it this way: what if your business, let's say the services that you sell are really geared towards more of a high-end, higher disposable income? Well, you might drop a pin on, a really high-end, nice jewelry store. You might want to drop a pin on a luxury brand automotive dealer like BMW, Mercedes, Acura. Lexus. You could drop a pin on those dealerships and be targeting potentially people with a higher disposable income level. Not to say that someone who drives a Cadillac or a high-end GMC or a fully maxed out Jeep. But those are just some examples of businesses that could leverage that. And I think that really people underestimate the value of Facebook. I mean, you could literally put $7 behind every post that you put up, run it for 48 hours, because your organic posting is not being seen by anybody. So if you really want to be seen and you really want to increase the traction of your visibility of your organization, think about how geofencing might work for you, whether it's putting a geofence around your actual physical brick and mortar location that people are driving by on a regular basis. I mean, you may have literally tens of thousands of people driving through your little bubble of the world. And why not plant your digital flag in the ground and serve those ads? Because they drive right by you. I think about, what if you have a dog grooming, business, and why not advertise if they drive right by you? Keep them in mind. Think about there's so many applications when you do that, but people are not taking advantage of this platform and of this technology. And here's the other thing. So yes, there are some limitations. That you can't put bubbles on. Some airports, because of security, don't allow, but then you can also, kind of bubble up against. So once you get outside of that zone, you could target that. But you can also do negative exclusions on Facebook. If you wanted to get narrower, like literally, like what if you wanted to target people who only go into Starbucks, and you could block in essentially the actual Starbucks building by drawing little circles that exclude all of the area of that 1 mile radius, so that all you have in the middle of that is just a little square building of Starbucks itself. So that would be a great way to really leverage exclusions in your geofencing. Now, the other thing to remember is that if you're going to try to put all your eggs in one basket and have one piece of content in these ads that are being served, that's where you're going to make a mistake as well. You've got to have multiple pieces of creative and to make sure that you don't have ad fatigue in what you're doing. It's going to be critical that you understand your target audience, understand their motivation, understand their activators. We've talked about this, in previous podcasts and videos. So it's important. And then lastly, if you're going to spend money to drive people to your site, and promote your services and your products and your offerings, don't let the digital backdoor be wide open. You've got to have retargeting set up so that when they do come and click and don't take advantage of your offer, you can reserve them ads on other sites that they didn't originally see your display ads on. So yeah, maybe you had all your ads running on Facebook, but through retargeting, you could show them ads on MSN.com, you could show them ads on ESPN.com, you could show them ads on Amazon or some of the other top 1,000 websites that are out there. So that's really in a sense what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys will think about geofencing, how it can really impact the growth of your business. You could spend $150 in small ads, boosting your posts, using geofencing on Facebook, follow back around with $50 a week in retargeting and be a rock star. So also, one more reminder, tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to have our first episode of covering the book Traction. Very excited about that. I'll be partnering with another local business owner, Katie Lilly of Lilyfield Accounting Solutions. Super pumped about that. It's a great book. I'm looking forward to going through it with Katie and sharing our thoughts and ideas about what we learn as we go through this journey together. So again, my name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. We'll see you tomorrow.